Physics. Just the word might make you think of complicated equations and confusing theories. But don't be intimidated. Physics is simply the study of how our universe works. It's about understanding the fundamental laws that govern everything around us, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy. Why should you care? Because physics is incredibly cool. It's about unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos, exploring the nature of time and space, and discovering the secrets of the universe's building blocks. Physics is also incredibly relevant to our daily lives. Every time you use your phone, drive a car, or even just take a walk, you're experiencing the principles of physics in action. So whether you're a student, a professional, or simply someone who's curious about the world around them, learning physics can be an incredibly rewarding experience. Let's start with the basics. Motion. Everything in the universe is in constant motion. Even things that appear stationary are actually moving on a microscopic level. But what causes things to move? The answer is forces. A force is simply a push or a pull. When you kick a ball, you're applying force to it. When gravity pulls you down to the ground, that's a force too. Forces are responsible for everything from the orbit of planets to the flow of electricity. One of the most important things to understand about forces is that they always come in pairs. This is known as Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Think about what happens when you jump up in the air. You push down on the ground with your feet, action, and the ground pushes back up on you with an equal force, reaction. This upward force is what propels you into the air. Understanding how forces work is key to understanding motion and a fundamental concept in physics. Now let's talk about energy. Energy is the ability to do work. Work, in physics, means moving something over a distance. So anything that moves or causes something else to move possesses energy. There are many different forms of energy. Potential energy is stored energy. A book held high above the ground has potential energy due to its position. Kinetic energy is energy of motion. The faster an object moves, the more kinetic energy it has. One of the most important laws in physics is the law of conservation of energy. This law states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed from one form to another. Gravity is the force that attracts any two objects with mass. The more massive an object, the stronger its gravitational pull. Gravity is what keeps us grounded on Earth, what causes the moon to orbit the Earth, and the Earth to orbit the sun. It might seem strange that a force like gravity can act over such vast distances, but gravity is a fundamental force of nature, one of the four fundamental forces that govern the universe. Section 5, Mastering Physics, Tips for Success. Learning physics takes time and effort, but don't worry, it's not insurmountable. Here are a few tips to make your physics journey smoother. Start with the basics. Physics builds upon itself, so make sure you have a solid understanding of the fundamental concepts before moving on to more complex topics. Practice, practice, practice. The best way to learn physics is to solve problems. Work through as many practice problems as you can find in your textbook, online, or from your teacher. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you're struggling with a particular concept, don't be afraid to ask your teacher, a tutor, or a classmate for help. Section 6, Resources for the Aspiring Physicist. Luckily, we live in a time where countless resources are available to aid your physics journey. Your physics textbook is a great starting point, but don't be afraid to explore other texts for different perspectives and explanations. Websites like Khan Academy, Physics Classroom, and Hyperphysics offer clear explanations, practice problems, and even simulations and videos. YouTube channels like Crash Course Physics and Minute Physics can make complex topics fun and accessible. Section 7, Curiosity, Your Secret Weapon. One of the most important things you can bring to your physics learning is curiosity. Don't just accept things at face value. Ask questions. Why do things fall down and not up? How does electricity work? What is light, really? The universe is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. And the more you learn about physics, the more you'll realize just how much more there is to know. Section 8, Overcoming Challenges. The Physics of Persistence. Learning physics can be challenging. There will be times when you feel stuck, frustrated, or even like giving up. But it's important to remember that everyone struggles at first. Persistence is key. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn. The most important thing is to keep practicing, keep asking questions, and never stop exploring. Remember, even the greatest physicists in history started somewhere. They too faced challenges, made mistakes, and had to persevere. Their stories are proof that with enough passion and dedication, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Section 9. Embrace the wonder. Physics is for everyone. Physics is not just for geniuses or academics, it's for everyone. It's for the dreamer who looks up at the stars and wonders what's out there. It's for the tinkerer who takes things apart to see how they work. It's for anyone who's ever looked at the world around them and wanted to understand it a little bit better. So, embrace your curiosity, ask questions, and never stop exploring the wonders of the universe. Because physics is more than just equations and theories, it's a journey of discovery that's open to everyone.